Hey, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be doing my out-of-box review for the second in the HG Iron-Blooded Arms series, the Iron-Blooded Orphans Option Set 2 and a CGS Mobile Worker Space Type. So here's a look at everything that you get in here. We do also have a couple other connection pieces included, which I'll talk about momentarily, but these are like the main parts that you're going to get with this. We of course have this booster pack for the Graze Kai, this missile launcher that we're going to be able to use with a couple different kits, this grenade launcher. Those are going to be used for either the Hakuri or the Hakuren. And then this bazooka and these two shoulder parts also, again, for the Graze Kai. So I'll show you those on their respective kits, again, here momentarily. Just wanted to give you a look around these. Everything, of course, is going to be molded in gray, except for there's some stickers there, stickers for the red on the tips of the missiles, and then there's a brown sticker here on the grenade launcher, and that's it. So overall, it's a really cool set. I feel like this one comes with a little bit more than the option set 1, just in terms of plastic, it seems like. So that's pretty good. Some things about this, I mean, the new mobile worker is alright. It's basically just the same thing with the fuel tank added on the back, and then on the feet it's got some verniers on there. It's okay. The weapons, I think, are really cool. I really like all three of our main weapons that we've got with this. The booster pack for the Graze Kai is, I'm not really into that at all. It's just not really for me. But I could see how, you could modify that and make it pretty cool. So let's bring out some of these kits and see how this stuff is going to look. Alright, so first up is the Graze Kai, and the first thing we're going to need to do is remove the shoulders. So that's pretty simple. Those are snapped on there, so we're going to remove those and then put these shoulders on. Now I believe these could go either way. As the bazooka, you can turn it around on there, although I think it's going to need to go pretty much on one side or the other. So these are just going to snap down there in the same place as the previous shoulder armor. There we go. And there we go. There is our Graze Kai with his new shoulder armor. Now, it's not really in the correct colors. You will have to do some painting to get the shoulder armor in the right colors, but just in gray, that's what you're going to have. Now the bazooka, like I said, can fold back and then kind of swivel down like that. Or you can fold it forward and bring it forward like that. Now it has two handles. One folds down and one folds down like that, and then can swing over to the side for the secondary handle. So if we can bring it down like this, let's see how easy this is to get in his hands. So just one-handed grip like that is no problem at all. Let's see about bringing the other hand over like this on this handle. So there we go. There's that. The second handle does work pretty well. I wonder if that can even move forward on the barrel. I don't remember if that was stuck on there, maybe not. So yeah, there you go. Two hands works no problem. But then on your other shoulder, now if you had bought two of these kits, you could put a second bazooka on the other shoulder as well. But we do have another option. If you have the option set 1, then you have this shield for the Graze. You can use this because this set includes this small little connection piece. And what you can use here is this connection piece to connect the shield onto here. Now, sadly, the thing is that you only get one of these connection parts here. So on the other arm, we don't have a connection piece, so you can't have the bazooka and the shield. That would be ideal. So I think buying two of this kit is really the best way to go if you want to customize your Graze Kai, because then we can plug that shield onto there, and it can be something like this. Now, I'm noticing that is a little bit heavy on there, but I think you just need to get it in the right spot and it should be fine. So there's what that is going to look like, or if you want to have it around on the back, of course, that's going to be fine as well. So some cool options here if you wanted to use that. It's nice that we get that little connection piece so you can do that. It would have been nice though if we would have had two of this piece though. The second thing for our Graze Kai is of course going to be our booster pack here. Now on this, like these back flaps are going to open out about that far, close all the way if you wanted to. That looks a little bit silly though. I think the closed position probably looks best something like that. Then open if you want to have it like that. Inside, I mean, it's really kind of nothing inside there. So, I mean, we have a little bit of detail up inside there, but It's okay, not great. The design is just kind of a little bit boring. It's cool that we have like these like tubing parts here. Obviously, these can bend there, and then this whole thing can rotate on this main piece here in the center. And so what we're going to do is just attach this to the back skirt. It's really quite simple, and just attached like that. And then these side parts, just make sure you're going over the side skirts. And then the handles on them. The handle is going to flip out from underneath. Just going to bring that up, and then you can have the hands holding on that. Just going to need to bring the hand forward and just slip in the handle like so to be maneuvering that. Now, this is interesting here, this little part on the front. If this series was using beam weaponry, I would say that that's maybe just like a little beam cannon or something on there, but it's not, so I don't really know what that is. As far as I can remember, I don't think we've actually seen this in this series yet. I could be wrong. It could be that it just made a brief appearance and I just am forgetting that, but if you guys know or remember if we've seen it, I don't remember. What is the purpose of this little connection piece in the front? As far as I can tell in the manual, there's nothing. It looks like maybe something else could be connected into there too, or maybe that's going to be in the future or what. I don't know. It's odd. This piece moves as well, so that can move like that, almost like it's meant to. It can plug into something as well too. For example, like if we didn't have this connected onto here, if we took it off the ball joint and had the handle folded, then you could just like connect this booster like onto something. I don't know. So if you guys have any ideas, of course let me know, but at the moment I don't really know. So that's the booster anyway. So let's move on to the weapons for the Hakuri and the Hakuren. So first off, for the Hakuren, here I have the Amida Custom, and it's easy enough. If you remember, we have this little tab here on the back for plugging on its weapons, but both of these weapons here, the grenade launcher, or the bazooka, the missile launcher and the grenade launcher, both have this same attachment point here, so these can attach onto either side. Just going to attach onto the back skirt very simply like that. Honestly, that looks a little bit goofy because it's like way off to one side. I think maybe the rocket launcher is going to look rocket launcher, missile launcher, whatever, is going to look a little bit better attached onto the back skirt like that if you wanted. Still, it's okay. I think it's gonna be working best if it's just held in the hand. So very simple handle here. Just going, the handle on this is going to move forward and back. So once you've got this in the hand, I think it'd be better, and then you can move it up a little bit, and then bring it up over the shoulder like so, and you can hold it like this with that handle moving all the way up inside behind this part. You can get it up over the shoulder like that. Still, it's a little bit wonky because we have this shoulder part. It's kind of hard to get around that, so it's going to be okay. Otherwise, you could have the arm a little bit more straight, I suppose, something like that. But then that's a little bit too far out, maybe. So the missile launcher is okay, but the grenade launcher is probably going to be a little bit more interesting, I think. But as you can see, we are going to have to take apart the hand to put on this. But once that's on there, going to be nice and secure. I really like the look of this quite a bit. You can see you can hold it out there. Not going to be any weight problems, of course, because this thing is very small and simple. So that is those two weapons, but we can also use these, of course, with the Hakuri. Now, on the Hakuri, if you'll remember, on the top here we had these two little parts that you can remove. This little thing here, and then it's going to reveal those two little holes there. In this set, we get two little connectors like this, which are going to be able to plug into those holes. Now, I don't really understand why there's two holes there. What's the point of that? I think it's just because it looks like we could use these two connection pieces that we get with the option set 2 are mirrored, so maybe you can use them both on one side, or there's holes on the opposite side as well, so you could use one on each side. But just out of curiosity's sake, just because I haven't tried it, I want to try them both on one side. So let's try this out here. Yeah, so here you can see, if you wanted to connect them both onto one side, you can do that, or if you wanted to pop the other one off, you could put one on the other side, or however you want to do it. So if you had, again, if you had 2 of this set, you could have all 4 weapons attached onto your Hakuri and have it very weapon loaded up. Now these weapons are going to fit into the hand exactly the same way, so don't really need to show you that. You can trust me on that one. And just to show you, again, the mobile worker, the guns do move up and down, and the whole top and bottom half do rotate side to side just a little bit like that. Again, the differences are just this extra fuel tank here on the back, and then these little vernier thrusters here on the front and back of the legs of that, and that's it for the mobile worker. So that's just about going to do it for my out-of-box review of this option set 2. I gotta say, definitely a really cool set. You're definitely getting quite a lot there for your, what was it, 500, 600 yen, something like that. So definitely worth it, I think, if you wanted to add some really cool parts to your kits. One thing that I think I've mentioned about this before, is that for the Iron Blooded Orphans kits, the HG line, what Bandai has been trying to do, I believe, is just keep the price as low as possible, which is great because all the regular kits have been either 1,000 or 1,200 yen so far, with the exception of the long range booster, of course. And so that's great. They've got the price down, but the thing about that is that they have to cut down on some things like accessories and other gimmicks and things like that. So it's nice that they are giving us the option to have accessories by just paying a little bit more to get sets like this. And the nice thing is that the set can be used by multiple kits. So if you only like, say for instance, you only have the Graze Kai and you don't have the Hakuren, then yeah, then there are a couple weapons that maybe you won't be able to use, or I mean, those weapons don't have to be used by these kids. You could use those weapons with the Barbatos or something, or even with the Graze Kai if you wanted to. So there's just options there if you want. I would say the majority of this set is specifically for the Graze Kai, so if you don't have the Graze Kai, then this weapon set may not be for you. So that's something that you might have to think about. Of course, those parts will work on the regular Graze as well. So I mean, there's that option. So maybe you don't have the Graze Kai, but you have the regular Graze. You could use this, or even the Schwalbe Graze. They would all work the exact same way. So yeah, there's options for you. Anyway, definitely worth it. Definitely a cool set. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any other questions or comments, leave those down below. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.